get out of the way.
It's good that we have an opportunity to talk to them and see exactly where they are. Even if you know somebody, you may not know how they feel about important issues.
We're here with Lumberton ISD School Board President James Kirsch.
A good portion of the money I found upon going through the records was used at the casino.
Yeah, the information that I have, Adam, and first of all, I want to thank you for having me on.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Danny Malasa. I'm the meteorologist for the Brooks Report Live.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the Brooks Report Live. My name is Adam Brooks. I will be your host this evening. We are here and joined with State Representative James White.
Adam, thank you for having me on, and we want to tell all that are watching that we're extremely proud to represent them, especially those in Polk, Tyler, Jasper, Newton, and Hardin County. And I understand their frustration.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Brooks Report Live. I feel like I've said that once or twice before, but hey, exactly. First, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Secondly, to you guys, thanks for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching, whether it be on Twitter, because we stream to Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. So go follow us and check us out on those platforms, LinkedIn as well. Let us know where you're watching us from. If you're watching us live, put a 1 in the comments right there. Just go ahead and put it now. If you don't mind, put a 1 in the comments if you're watching us live, and put a 2 if you're watching the recorded version. Now, for someone who needs no introduction, drum roll, please. Yeah, Regina Bolton, Health Inspector Extraordinaire. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while since we've been here. We couldn't get our schedules matched up, but you're here now.
It's okay.
And, hey, people are hungry. They're hungry for this. I've got messages. Are you guys going to do another one of those reviews?
And people are asking me too, and I'm like, you know, we're there. We're working on it because they actually, I mean, they like this better than some of them will read. A lot of people read it in the paper. They go on the website, but they love to see it live. I think they kind of looks like me and you hanging out. I'm not sure, Adam.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, we could do other shows, just you and I, like talking about music or whatever.
We're gonna take it on the road.
Yeah, that's it. But no, thank you to our audience, and thank you for everybody that shares this and likes this post and gets engaged with it. You know, people like to hear people doing good, but more, they like to know if their restaurants are doing right. When they know that there's some opportunities for learnings, as you like to call them. I call them bad, but you call them opportunities. You have to be politically correct. I don't. Okay. And so, no, we want everybody to do good. And you know what makes this hard, Regina?
What, Adam, makes it hard?
Okay, so
hey, Adam, what makes it hard? Okay,
there we go. We're gonna get this clicking here in a minute.
We're getting there.
But is a lot of most of our restaurants do well? Like they do what they're supposed to do.
They do. They do.
So, and that's the
goal. That's the goal. Yeah. We want to serve good, safe food in Hardin County. So we want everybody to be on the right team and doing everything right. It doesn't always happen. I mean, you do have issues. Sometimes it's little things you can't help, you know, but a lot of it, you know, it can be fixed, and it's just kind of human error, just kind of lazy. Sometimes just being lazy.
Yeah. So why don't you start hitting us with the 100 Club?
You got it.
And let us know who we have there.
All right, so let's talk about, I've got 2 places in Sour Lake that just had hundreds. One of them is the Brooks Brothers store, the grocery store out there. They did a great job. Bobby Leger and her team did a great job out there. J&R Meat Market, which is out in Sour Lake.
I don't know where that's at. I'm going to have to check them out.
You know, it's right on the corner of 105 and what's that road? 327, 326, whatever that road is. Whatever runs out there. I'm so bad with roads. But anyway, they do a good job. And then they sold recently. So everybody was kind of wondering if the quality was going to go down. You know, but I'm going to tell you, they did a great job. Everything, all the systems and controls were still in place. They did an awesome job. So hats off to them. Let's talk about Lumberton. One of our favorite places, you know, Boudin's Boudin, Boutte's Boudin, Ashley and the gang over there.
Yes.
You know, they knocked it out of the park.
Lunches. You can go in there around lunchtime, and they have, you know, they have it in this glass, and you kind of pick and choose what you want there. I've never had anything that tasted bad from there.
If I don't pick up my husband cracklings when I go by there, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. So Well, I don't only get the hot plates. Sometimes they have stuff pre-made for you that you can just pop in the oven.
And
I love that.
Oh yeah, the plate. Yeah, they have good stuff in there. But hats off to Ashley and her gang.
Yep.
Also, we got Pizza Hut over there in Lumberton. It's got 100. Taco Bell, and I know you like Taco Bell.
Hey, be careful what you say here. That
100 Club Taco Bell there in Lumberton.
Yeah.
They do a great job over there.
I can't help it. Since they got those back, I've been addicted.
And then one of the other places that we in Coots now, Tejas number 3, which is over on the corner of Highway 69 and 418. It's a big store, and they cook. And Maria, she runs that kitchen. She does a great job over there. The food is good. The fountain drinks, they've got lots and lots of those mixed drinks, all the slushies and stuff. I mean, it's a great little stop.
I might have to check that out.
That's the 100 Club for today.
So now we're moving into uncharted territory here.
Let's talk about some opportunities. We're going to talk about some opportunities.
And this is what people like. So
yeah, and I'm gonna start with the 90s and work my way down.
Okay.
But one of them in Sour Lake, Pinewood Market, they do a great job in there. The only thing they had is they have a little leak in their ceiling, and it's got some paint peeling, and that's something that they've just got to fix. But other than that, that place is immaculate, and they do a great job there. Church's Chicken over in Lumberton, over on your side of town. They scored an 88. They had some issues. They had some ice bags on the floor in the freezer. Their hand sink water wasn't reaching the correct temperature, supposed to be 100 degrees. They had some issues with some equipment, like their shelving. They had it propped up on pans and stuff, and it could easily cause an accident if somebody kicked it out. And there's just some cleanliness opportunities and that sort of stuff.
Regina, I have to say that churches used to be the go-to, but since we have other options, it's like I don't really think about churches much anymore.
Yeah, and their service, it's I tell you what, when you work in a fried chicken place, you got flour everywhere. I mean, it's just one of those things. You've got to keep it clean. There's a whole lot of work to it. So, they just got to get a little bit better at their time management and getting the place a little cleaner. Another place we have way out in Silsbee, which is like close to Evadale, is the Highway 96 truck stop. And they've had some issues ongoing, but this time they had some doors that need to be fixed on a hot box, and they weren't marking their temperatures for their food. They didn't have any sanitizer test strips. Their ice machine needed cleaning. They didn't have good pressure on their hot water, so it wasn't able to wash the dishes and things properly. And a lot of stuff on the floor. Everything has to be 6 inches off the floor. And then the staff one of the girls didn't have a hairnet on or a hat whenever I walked in. So just little things like that. But they got an 85. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was, still they had little things.
Yeah. So for me, that's a deal breaker. Hair in my food, that's a deal breaker. Yeah. Not going back. Yeah. I know it just happens sometimes, but that's one of those.
But there's ways to help prevent. If you're doing everything you can to prevent it, then that's what you need to do. I mean, that's where you should start. One of the other places that I'm not gonna lie, I usually have trouble with, but this time they were a little better, but they still had some issues. That's Kodayama's over in Lumberton, and I've got a lot of people that love Kodayama's, and they just have they have some cleanliness issues there. They always have, and I work with them. I try to get them to where they need to be, but they were missing some sanitizer buckets. They didn't have any dates on their food in the freezer and the coolers, and
oh goodness, that's dangerous.
Their nozzle was broken on their hand sink, on their wash sink.
I have to say, I frequent there, Regina.
I figured you did.
Yeah, I frequent there, and that's disappointing to hear. Because I mean, I enjoy their food. I think their customer service could be a little improved, but for the most part, I enjoy their food and I enjoy going and dining in there. But
they scored an 85. I mean, it wasn't, I don't shut them down until they reach a 70, but
I think I'm going to hold off until you go back and make sure all this is taken care of.
I'm in there at least twice a year, but the ones that I have issues with, I'm in there more. So it just kind of depends on the issues. And the last one I
need you to rearrange your schedule a little bit and get in there a little sooner. Make sure I can go back.
Yeah, exactly. What I do is I have a certain group of people. They say, "Text me after you've been there." So
add me to that group text.
Add you to that group text. Yeah. And the last one we're going to talk about is Hot Walk.
Okay.
Hot Walk has some
Now
opportunity.
they're kind of known to be a little on the edge there.
Yeah, they scored an 81. They were improperly thawing some food. You know, they had some stuff just soaking in a sink, and he didn't have his food manager. His certificate wasn't current. They had a refrigerator that wasn't working properly, so we had to throw everything away inside that refrigerator. And no test strips for the sanitizer, and the lights, they didn't have the proper lighting. You have to have a certain level of lighting when you're working in prep areas.
Sure.
And there's just a lot of little things that added up, and they scored an 81.
Just so we're clear, this is the place beside Hardin, correct?
Yes.
It's all barricaded. It looks like it's barricaded in, and you got to yell through this thing, and there's a big plywood deal there. And
they did that during COVID. You know, they used to have a buffet, but during COVID, they did not have a drive-through. So they did that little front area so they could do a walk up. So that was their rendition of a walk up.
Well,
walk up takeout.
I got you. But I've known that place to have issues. We've talked about this before, and I'm kind of under the impression, for me, is like, I believe in grace. Okay, I believe in mercy, but if you just I also know there's things called habitual too. And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to take that chance.
Some people think it's okay just to get by. Other people strive for excellence. And, that's pretty much how you have it right there.
Well, Regina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, can I take one more thing, Adam, real quick? Yeah. Hey, we were out at on Friday. We went and did this Wash Me First promo that we're doing in the grocery store. Yeah. And we're coming to a grocery store near you, everybody. So what we're doing is our whole health department team, and then WIC also joins us, and we get out there and we explain the importance of how important it is to wash your fruits and vegetables before you eat them, all the different things that you can get from that. And we have stuff that we hand out and all that stuff. So it's informative. It's a great time. Plus you get to meet the health department staff. So it's a good time, and we like being out there with the people.
And we're showing pictures as you were saying that, but we'll definitely let the folks know when you guys go to do that again, so they can have the heads up on that. Thank you for all the things that you guys do out there for the county. Listen, I want to especially say thank you to all our sponsors.
Yes.
We couldn't do this without them. Thank you so much. Be sure to check them out. Go visit them. They do a lot for the community. They don't just offer us an option to go dine in and eat at or entertain us. They do so much more than you guys will ever know, from donating their time, their food, money. I mean, just all of it. So be sure to check these guys out.
Working hard right now with very few employees, everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a tough time. It's a really tough time for the restaurant industry.
It is. A little mercy goes a long way. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, thank you guys again for liking us, joining us, tuning in, sharing this, commenting. Let us know what you would like to see. If there's a certain place, I don't know if we can do this, Regina, or not, but maybe they can tell us what they would like a review on, and maybe you can find one for us or go check it out.
It might be you never know.
Yeah, never know. So again, Regina Bolton. A round of applause. The crowd goes wild. So thank you so much for doing this again, and thank you guys for joining us. Have a great day.